What's up, folks? Welcome to the Inside Zone. What happened last week? Well, we're in the midst of the 2024 NFL Draft, and the Atlanta Falcons, my Atlanta Falcons, decided to make the biggest splash of all teams for all the wrong reasons. We picked at the number 8 spot Michael Penix Jr. This kid looks like a baller, man. He looks like he's going to be the next great one. Hopefully, CJ Stroud-like in this league. And this kid looks like he's going to be the real deal if he stays healthy. Cool. Happy about having talent like this at quarterback on the team. I wish we would have found a guy like this, 2 or 3 years prior to Matt Ryan leaving the team. But that's water under the bridge. We got him now. Happy about it. What do you mean? What's the problem? Oh, the problem is we just dropped a $180 million contract, 4-year deal on Kirk Cousins, 36-year-old Kirk Cousins, a few weeks ago. What's so wrong? What's wrong with that? We just dropped $180 million on Kirk Cousins. Now, at the time, when the Falcons went out of their way, even tampered to get Kirk Cousins here, a lot of the fan base, including myself, said, wow, that's a big move. Okay, they don't see anybody in the draft worth, going after. So we're going to go after the sure thing, 36-year-old quarterback that's going to get us W's in the regular season. I mean, we see sort of his ceiling, but we're going to get wins. And in about 2 or 3 years, we can reassess the quarterback position, see who's coming out in the draft or see who's available for free agency. Cool. I think most of us kind of, settled on that fact. Fast forward to draft day on Thursday, and now we already have Kirk Cousins on the roster. Cool. We have the franchise leader, the guy that's going to carry our team for the next 2 or 3 years solidly. He's going to be 39 by the time 3 years comes around, but that's cool. He's our franchise. He's a good quarterback. We're not asking him to go out and be Vic. We're asking him to be more Brady. No problem. At the number 8 pick, the announcer or the commissioner says Michael Penix Jr. Everybody's confused. Why are we using draft capital on Michael Penix Jr. when we've already used capital on Cousins? Doesn't make sense. We needed pass rusher. We needed the kid from Alabama or the kid from UCLA or the kid from Missouri or anybody other than another quarterback. It's like having 2 Rolexes. You can only wear one at a time. So after the draft, the GM and the coach comes out and they say, well, we see this as being like the Green Bay Packers strategy when, they picked up Aaron Rodgers while they still had Brett Favre, and then they picked up Jordan Love while they still had Aaron Rodgers. And we're gonna mimic that model. That's what we're gonna be as a team. We don't ever want to go into a situation where we don't have a good future quarterback on the roster. I get it. One small difference, just one little teeny difference between my Falcons and the Green Bay Packers during those times. The Packers were consistently contending for the NFC Championship and trying to get to the Super Bowl every year. The year they picked up Jordan Love, the prior year they won 13 games. The year after, they won 13 games, right? My Falcons have had the number 8 pick 3 years in a row because we can't get out of 6-7 wins a year. That's the difference, right? They had pieces around. They had a defense. They had an offense. They had depth. We don't have depth on defense at all. Our offense is solid because we've picked first-round picks 4 or 5 years in a row. Kyle Pitts at number 4 1 year. Then we got Drake London. Then we got Bijan. Now we have Penix. So, yeah, you're going to have talent. And our offensive line, and it's a thing a lot of people don't realize is, over the past few years, we've also, because we haven't been good for like 8 years, we have 2 or 3 first-round offensive linemen on our squad as well. I think one we picked up by trade or something like that. Our offensive line, I mean, it's not great, don't get me wrong, but we have dudes on the offensive line too. So we're not, in poverty on offense. We just don't spend any money or any time on defense. So the natural move, now that we had our quarterback, we have our draft capital, we're going to go all in on bringing in guys on the defense. Let's build the defense up. And then we pull the trigger and bring in Michael Penix Jr. I think collectively, if you're talking about one unifying thing to happen for this franchise to make everybody get on the same page, it was this move. I haven't seen this much kumbaya amongst the Falcons fan base and the radio guys and everybody around the city like I saw this past Thursday, when everybody collectively said to Arthur Blank, Terry Fontenot, and Raheem Morris, what the beep are y'all doing? So, look, I get it. Terry and Raheem, obviously they're playing chess and the rest of the league is playing, Uno or whatever. At least that's what it seems. I saw an interview where they asked the Bears GM Ryan Poles what he felt about how do you feel about the Falcons drafting Penix at 4, and Buddy started laughing, out loud, uncontrollably, which kind of gives you an idea of what the rest of the league thought about that move after spending the money on Kirk Cousins. I get it. You need a bridge quarterback. You need somebody. If you were going to go after the number 8 pick, you need a bridge quarterback to help bring the young guy along until he's ready, right? Is he going to be C.J. Stroud, or is he going to be Patrick Mahomes, where he needs a year or two to really get used to the game? I get that. But to guarantee $100 million out the gate. So what happens if Penix comes out and Penix outplays Kirk Cousins in the preseason, and he's the better choice? We have $100 million for the next 2 years sitting on the bench. Oh, and he has a no trade clause for 2 years. So we have $100 million sitting on the bench, eating Grey Poupon and steak and lobster with Arthur Blank's money. All while the guy that's running the team is sitting there, on his rookie deal. Or worse, Kirk Cousins plays great for 2 years, 2 or 3 years. Penix is sitting on the bench. Now we're having to make a decision in year 3 or 4. Do we pay this guy his 5th-year option or what? So it's just a crazy situation. The Falcons are going to do the Falcons thing. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, comment.